Good day, everyone. Today I'll be covering the weekly forecast for the following pairs: dollar yen, euro dollar, great pound dollar, and the gold. So let's start with the dollar yen. As you can see here, this is a downward trend line, and actually, what happened is that that's on the weekly. We broke the trend line on the 26th of April. So it is expected that we'll be going up, but for the time being, we can see that the price is having a hard time going above this area. So let me point out this for you. So, so far it has been having trouble going above this area since 2020, and it was tested last week. So as you can see, it has been tested last week, and this area was acting as resistance last week as well. So we did close above this area last week and the week before, and we tested this area. So what is expected is that first option, I would say we would retest the resistance. Uh, Most probably will make a higher high. And if we get rejected, then we'll be visiting this area again uh, towards more on this area. So first area of resistance here for this week is going to be the 111.584, and first area of support is going to be the 110.664 towards the 110 2020. Let's have a look on the daily as well to see how this looks like. So yeah, as you can see, we have, I would say, very close to an engulfing candle. Uh, this is not a good sign that the price will go up because the number of sellers were more than the sorry guys, more than the buyers. So definitely, this is the area where I would be looking to, I would say, buy. So I would say here around this area. If I'm gonna buy, uh, put a very tight stop loss. I would say around 20 pips or something, and then my first area of taking profits is gonna be around this area. So this is like around, I would say, yeah, 141 pips here. Um, that's for the dollar yen. Now let's move to the Euro USD. So for the Euro USD, we've been having lots of mixed signals because, as you can see here, we already made a high that was not tested so far since the 5th of Jan, and USD found resistance here. Um, so on the daily, I would say we have a pin bar. This is a pin bar here, and usually when the pin bar shows after 2 to 3 dropping candles of or red candles or bearish candles, as many would say, if we have a bullish pin bar, uh, this means this could be a sign of reversal. But again, what we always do is that I would have an entry deal around here, put my stop loss 20 to 30 pips, and my first area where I would get my profits is going to be here. So it's going to be here. This would be profit taking area. This is the first area where I'm expecting uh, to take my profits. So when you have a very tight stop loss like that, so we're talking again 20 to 30 pips. Again, you have to wait to see what's going to happen for today. And if we do not close below our resistance line here, or the area where the price was having actually, I'm sorry, support line. So this is the area where it was having trouble closing below it. So this would be the area where I would buy, and then I would have my stop loss. Let me put that for you as well. So my stop loss would be around 1820 to 1815. So this part. So stop loss. This is where my stop loss would be, 1815. My entry point is going to be 1846. I would push it like around 5 pips lower just to be on the safe side. And then my profit taking area is going to be 1942. So we've got almost 4 to 1 here, because this is like around 100 pips to 30 pips of stop loss. If we have a look on the weekly, we're still having trouble closing below last week's level and the week before. So since the 14th of June, it's been hard closing below this level. So I would say this is a very strong support point at the moment, because we've been trying to close below this, and I can see here last week we pushed really hard, but again towards the last hours of the week we pushed higher, so it got rejected again. So if we broke above this area, which is the profit taking area, we're going all the way up here, and this is gonna be like lots of money on the table, I would say. So this is the area where I'm expecting to find the next resistance, and we're talking about 300 pips up there. So this is the area where you should look for. See if you will add more to your deals. If not, then definitely take your profit here and stay put to see what's going to happen towards the next couple of weeks. Now, moving forward, let's jump to the gray pound dollar. It's one of my favorite. As you can see, I've been explaining earlier to my students that we have a trend line, and it's been in an upward trend, but it broke here on the 14th of June. Federal Reserve minutes, it was crazy, I would say. Lots of pairs dropped, but again, we're facing the same pattern here. So on the weekly, it's been hard to break this area, and again we pushed hard. So these are the levels where I'll find lots of volumes actually. So this is the area where I'll find lots of volumes. I would say let me change the color for you guys so you can see it. Let's change this. So this is the area where I'll be finding lots of volume, which means that we're expecting lots of buying action in this area. Where should we take our profits if we got rejected here? this is the profit taking area. So let me put that. This is the profit taking area. Profit taking area. So the profit taking area is going to be this one. Let me draw a line for you. Yeah, around the 1.40. As you can see, we tried actually to penetrate the 1.4 earlier, 2 weeks ago, and it was a failure. Definitely, it would have been a failure because lots of sellers, since the trend line broke, lots of sellers were there, and they were pushing the price lower because they need to break below this area, and fortunately to them, they would be looking to hit this area and break below it. Again, you have to watch for the such movements. So a weekly outlook here, I would say this is the area to watch for. This is where I'll be expecting lots of buyers coming in. So if you were to go buy, just stay, I would say around the 3690 to the 37. And on the daily, if you're a daily trader, let's zoom out so you can see. So on the daily, to be more precise, actually, I would draw Fibonacci here. So let's put Fibonacci. Okay. Then to edit this, okay, so actually it was drawn automatically. So let's zoom in. I just want to make sure that we have. So this is the area where it was finding resistance. This is the area where we're finding support. So let me put this so we can see our levels. Sorry. Here we go. So this is on the daily. Let's go for the weekly. We might have a broader look. Yep. So on the weekly, these are the levels we're looking to find resistance and support, because what happens is that Fibonacci acts as support and resistance, and this in return can act as dynamic and support resistance levels for you. So to be on the safe side, definitely watch for the levels of Fibonacci. So we've got the 4077, we've got the 3957 area. So press here, see? It shows right away the 3947 area as because it's one of the Fibonacci levels. So it's really good as well. I'll be explaining later if you're not familiar with Fibonacci or how to use it. Definitely I'll be posting video about how to use Fibonacci and how can you enter, what are the levels which are hard to break from the first time, which are the levels that are easy to break for the first time, which levels should you have a strong entry point there, how to put the stop losses, so on and so forth. Last one for today is the our dollar. So this is the gold dollar, the gold spot. So as you can see, let's go on the weekly, because it has a better outlook for the whole thing. So again, I was explaining earlier to my students the entry points. So people actually who've entered here made lots of profits. So this is the area where it was a very good entry point. Now, as you can see, it's been hard to break this area since 1st of March. This was the best entry point. It was retested. And now we're facing this area as a very strong support. This is the area where we're finding lots of support. And it got rejected. Even on the weekly, it got rejected. So we are expecting actually a very bullish week, I would say, this week. Where are the areas that we're expecting profit taking? I would say the 1824. This is the first area where I'll be expecting profit taking. So let me write this to you. 1824. Let me touch this. Yes. Profit taking. And if we broke actually the 1824 area, we are expecting actually to retest the high for this year, which was on the 24th of May. No, for the last 3 months. So this is going to be the area where we'll find the next resistance. So actually, it's a very good time to have a buy deal on the dollar, on the gold. Let me put it exactly to have a better entry point. So far, we've been having support here at the 1760. So I would say I would buy here. This is exactly where I would buy. 1794. Actually, I might drop it a little bit. So I would go to, I'll tell you exactly where we can have a better entry deal. Let's zoom in. Okay. So I would say here precisely 1774. Here. 1774. Stop loss definitely just below the lowest point for the week. So it would be, since we're looking here at around the 100 pips, because the first area of profit taking would be 1824, then we're going to the 1955. So I would say around 20 pips again. So it's a minimum of 3-to-1 profit ratio, risk to reward. And then I would wait around the 1824 area because I believe we will break it easily and we're going to hit the 1955 most probably in the next couple of weeks. That should be all for today. If you have any questions, definitely hit me in the comments. If you'd like me to post a video soon about the Fibonacci levels, how to use it, so on and so forth, definitely help me in the comments as well, and I'd be more than happy to assist you. You'd find me always available and active on YouTube. Thank you, and you have a good one.